Hello, folks. Welcome to what was supposed to be episode 4, but is now episode 3 of our Rags to Riches challenge on the Big Prairie map in Michigan. So, full disclosure, the last hour or so of gameplay I lost due to a technical issue with how I was recording. So, the only thing that you missed was we finished harvesting big field over here. We got that all squared away, and I finished another fertilizing contract. And we also purchased this grain silo over here because if you do a harvesting contract, usually you have a little bit of spoils left over from the harvesting contract. So we can go take a look. We have 30,000 liters of wheat in here that we get for, I guess, is a little extra for doing the chores. So pretty much all I was going to do after that was end the day. So now we're at that point. So I'm going to advance to the next month, which is going to be September, and we'll continue on. What I want to do, or what my plan was to do, is to purchase my own land, but that's not really a big issue right now because everything is going to be pretty much harvested, so I wouldn't gain any bonus from purchasing land right now. I wouldn't gain anything useful, really. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next month. We're going to see what kind of contracts and stuff we have come up. And another thing I want to look at is maybe getting a second greenhouse, depending. All right, so let's go take a look here. Oh, it's foggy. Well, it shouldn't rain, though, right? Let's look at that. It'll rain in the evening. That's fine. The only reason I say that is because the rain is very loud. So we're still in somewhat of a harvest season. Fog should lift here. Usually it'll burn off after the first hour or so. All right, so let's take a look at what we got. For our contracts, we have, good cultivating contracts. I love that. So we got a good cultivating. We've got two big. Okay, sorghum is fine. I can do sorghum. I'm not dealing with parsnips. Plowing. That's a big field. Oh man, that would take a long time. What else we got? Carrots, no. Spinach, no. So really, we have this one. I'm probably gonna start. I'm probably gonna start doing that. 117,000 is a lot. That's a good amount, and I mean, the combine's not doing nothing, so why not? We'll go ahead and start him up. Oh, I did not collect these. That's why the money was so low. Okay, so here's our harvesting contract. I waited until I secured the leftover grain before I collected that. And then here was that fertilizing contract. Okay, so I also do want to grab these cultivating ones because that's just free money. And then probably the fertilizer? Yes. Yes, most definitely. Okay, so we can run all of these at the same time, which is amazing. So, I'm going to go start on the harvester. And then we will run probably the John Deere will probably run the fertilizer this time instead. Go ahead and lift this up because it's got a little less power and it's less power intensive. Okay, so field 14 is way on the other side of the map. Probably be easier for me just to cut across this field. Again, I don't like doing this, but with this giant head and I don't have a head trailer, just be better off for me. So a little bit easier. So we're gonna get this guy across. And we will use our Valtra to do the cultivating because it takes a little bit more raw power. All right, so let's see where we're going. Make sure I'm going to the right field. It is all the way in the corner, right? Yes. Okay, so we'll cut across here and we'll beeline over to there. I don't want to use the having an AI drive to it because there's no real roads unless you go around the outside. and I just don't think that he would manage that very well, the AI driver. Okay, so once we get there, we will start our harvest. It's another big one. So with those 2 contracts, now we have 300,000. That does put us in the realm of purchasing fields. So that's good. But again, right now, I'm not sure if it's really necessary or not, just because it's always, and I explained this in this episode that I lost. If you buy a field, it's always a good idea to have some kind of crop that you can harvest on it, so you have that little extra bonus, as it were, to where you buy the field and then you get to harvest the crops that's already on it. So it's basically like just getting free money. So that's something good to have. Where, like if I was to buy a parsnip field right now, there's no way for me to harvest it, and there's also no way for me to spend the $500,000 to buy the equipment to get the parsnips out, because one of my self-imposed rules is I can't borrow equipment. So I would just have to totally destroy the field, and all that crop would be lost. Alright, so we're mostly there now. Sorghum doesn't matter on straw swath. Nope. Okay, so we're going to start an AI worker again for the harvester. Harvester is, I was going to repair it, but it's right there at the top, so I guess that's not as big of a deal. All of our first sales are still popping up on the right. I think we got another good 2 minutes of that still, because it takes forever. It's not super big deal. All right, so we're gonna get him rolling. Okay, and then next up we will swap these out. We'll go put him on my big Diablo chain. Why it does that. It resets it every time. Alright, hook you up. And cultivating, let's field 7. So we're going to get him rolling too. Okay, perfect. This is what I was waiting for, is the next month. So my loan interest is $3,300. Property maintenance is just $300. That's hardly anything. I'm not worried about that. But what I was worried about was how much that loan was going to be. Oops. And that loan was hardly anything, so. Alright, so we gotta get across over to field 7. I guess I could have just cut across. This will get me there too, though. Alright. And then we'll also check about maybe some baling contracts will come up too. Because like I said, that'll give me a reason to buy a baler. Okay, so we'll start at this top part of this field. Did we harvest 7? No, I don't believe we did. No, this is some crop that just went follow. Okay, so get him rolling here. All right, and next I'll go back to my John Deere. And you, my friend, will pick up the fertilizer. And fertilizer's on the other side too. It's pretty much just moving back and forth for now. Get everything set up. I would do this fertilizer myself. Oops. But I need somebody to run the grain cart, because that sorghum is going to fill up pretty quick. So I'm probably going to have to use an AI again. Alright, so 15 is... Wait. Yeah, it's 15, right? Yes, okay. So So same thing, I'll just cut across this field. Okay, and then we got going. So this should net us another, what, 250, roughly $1,000. Now the fertilizer obviously is going to cost us some money. It's not crazy or anything. Oop, got a little too wide on that field. Fog's kind of messing with me here. Got a little bit of a glare off of it, so. I wish these camera angles would stay to what you had them at before. Okay, so it's this one right here. Alright, get you rolling, bud. Alright. And you are already 35% full. And now we'll get big truck going. Okay, so he's all the way on the other side, so this might actually be easier to cut this way. This road doesn't go all the way through, but it goes a lot of the way. So let me just make sure I'm remembering this correct. Yes, okay. So we can cut this all the way over to the little 22 number over there, and then we'll take it straight north and follow the path we took last time with the combine. Alright, so getting a little bit of engagement with this series. I really did not expect anybody to watch this, but you know, I've got double-digit views on some of the stuff, which for me is a massive win. So I've never done this before. And I will definitely take that. This is the correct turn, right? Yes. Okay. I do not have this field memorized by far. Last I checked on Farming Simulator 25, I think I'm sitting at roughly 100 hours of gameplay, but I do have in 22 about a couple hundred, I think, and then all the way back to like I've had them all like 15, 17, all of those. Oh boy, that was not a road. Okay. Close. So I've got a little bit of time in this. I am by no means an expert. In fact, I'm quite bad at it, as you can plainly see. So this is kind of a learning experience for both of us, or for all of us. Okay, so he should be, what, halfway around? Yes. Alright, so we're going to cut across the middle. Crop destruction is still off. I made sure of it. And he should probably be about 60% or so full, I would say, roughly now. This is another big field. It's going to take a while. He should be just finishing this little cut right here. Yes, okay. Alright, so we'll wait for him to make his turn, and then we'll go grab some grain off of him. So, then we'll be able to start looking at what it's going to take for us to get our own field. And I want to stick to, like I said, I want to stick to the grains, so that way I can do bales and get straw and hay bales, so I can work my way up to getting animals. I'd like to get to cattle and TMR, because I've never dealt with that. So we're going to empty them out here real quick. Alright, we're pretty good there. I'm drifting a little bit. And we'll continue on, and like I said, once I empty this guy out, we'll discuss what the plans are next on the list here. All right, so still nobody. I do have views, but still nobody's really commenting on it. I was hoping to get a little bit of interaction, just so, if for anything, to help. Because if you guys see me doing something wrong, please let me know. Because I guarantee you I am. All right, so he had almost 19,000, so that's pretty good leader-wise. All right, so we're going to back out. So we should be able to make it all the way around the whole field on the headland before filling him up. Oh, one thing I did do, because they're having such a hard time with this trailer in particular, is I did upgrade the wheelbase on the truck tractor. So I got a 6x4 instead of the, or a 6x2 instead of a 4x2. So we'll see if that helps. I'm not sure if it will or not. It cost $25,000 to do that upgrade, and then the engine upgrade was $25,000 as well. And I might do that next because it's still struggling. Granted, this is a lot of grain. Okay, so everything's moving along. Fertilizing should be done pretty quick. All right, we'll go check on our pallets. How many did we get overnight? Should be 1 or 2, right? 3 pallets. Oh, perfect. Okay, so, and then I guess that one must have just popped out. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and we're gonna overfill it. So we'll fill this thing back up to capacity. It didn't take much. It only took about 3,000, 4,000 liters. So, I mean, that means this greenhouse can sit almost all year without any issues. Okay. So we've got 3 full pallets. Let's see what that stuff is going to be worth. Because I think last month when I checked it, in that lost episode, it was only like 3,000 a pallet. So max price is 3,000 in February, 3,300. Right now it's quite a bit lower. Wheat is going to go up in January. I discussed that as well. That's all I have. I do not have very much going on right now. It's all that second cultivating. Definitely going to get that one as well. Ooh, another big fertilizer came up. What are you fertilizing? We just got rid of that field. You're fertilizing nothing. I guess I don't care. It's not me. Spinach, carrots, parsnip. All crops I cannot do. All crops I do not want to do. We also might get into the wood transport like I talked about. It's going to be a pretty big initial cost. And I'll need some way to transport a tractor to pick the logs up and move them. So there's quite a bit of an initial cost there. I off screen was playing with the front loader, or not the front loader, a skid steer, which is what I like to use to pick up logs and stuff. The only problem is the ones we have don't have a high enough reach to really load. I usually use the Kubota just because it's got that little extra oomph to it. But it doesn't really get high enough for me to get the logs up, so I might be out on the skid steers. Front load vehicles are quite a bit of money, and you don't really get anything other than just that. So, but I do have the tractor set up. So if I get the tractor set up, I can grab a log fork for that. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. Not a big deal, just a pain in the butt. So we'll probably end up doing that. Telehandlers are really expensive. And again, I would need to get the log fork. So we're looking at several, close to $200,000 to set this up. One thing I did want to look up real quick. Does this have a rock breaker? No. So the only thing that has a rock breaker is the skid steer, huh? How about that? Okay, so if I wanted to do those contracts, I would need that and a skid steer. So you're looking at 44 at the low, 85 at the high. The wheel loader doesn't have this, does he? No. No. Okay. Wheel loaders are expensive. And the contract's like only 3,000 or something, right? Yeah. It would take a lot of contracts to make that up. But not out of the realm of possibilities. Okay, so the fertilizer's half done. He passed me already. So he's moving along pretty good. We'll grab another load here. Wait, is he almost at the end of the field? Not right at the end. So we can grab it. I don't like grabbing it when it does its little turns, because I always misjudge where it's going to go, and we end up hitting each other, and it becomes a whole big thing. So after this, I think he's only doing one headland, if I remember correct, and then he'll do his up-downs, which will make picking up grain a lot easier for me. Okay, so that's about half now, so we'll probably get about 60%, 65%, something like that, full. And that's just visual judging me on the hopper. I'm probably going to be totally wrong. Oh no, right at 60. Okay, pretty close. We'll go down to the end of the field here. Should be coming up. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, and I'm just going to get out of the way because I don't know which way the combine's going to go. I don't know if it's going to go north-south, east-west. I have no idea. So right now we'll just leave the truck right here and we'll see what he does. Alright. Fertilizer's half. Cultivator. Okay, so he's going to go north-south. Cultivator's doing work. It's going to take a while. It's a big contract. It's going to take a while. Okay, so we'll move the truck out of the way. So we know now that going one pass north-south, I think it can easily get 2 full passes with sorghum, because unlike wheat it fills the hopper up a lot faster. Sorghum is a smaller crop; it doesn't fill it up as fast. So we'll just empty him out here, and then when he comes back, we'll grab that. Yeah, that's it. I figured as much. So we'll leave it here. And that should about fill us up, or at least get us to like 95-ish%, give or take. Okay, so head back to the farm. And now we can start looking at what we want to do next. So we take a look at these fields. We're going to see how much they cost to purchase. So 600, and that's one of the smaller ones. I think we looked at this before. I don't remember which episode that was. So realistically, we're looking at these smaller fields that are as far away from our field or our farmstead as possible. So we can do 11. 12 would be stretching it. I mean, we could do it with the cost we're making up. 10, we could definitely do. But I think these were all crops I can't do. So parsnip, yes. Wheat, withered. So we got to get rid of that. That's probably going to be the cultivating contract. And then field 12 is corn. Really? I like corn. We'd need another head. Weeds are bad. But, so the yield would be low. What's the yield? 37% bonus, yeah. What's the going rate for those? What's corn? So corn on the high side is 1,500. Okay. 1,500. I mean, that would make us quite a bit of money, because that's price per acre, 12,000, 30, so 30 times. Yeah, that would make quite a bit of money. This field is how much? 300? Almost 400,000. Okay, so once we do the harvest contract and we start seeing some of the money from these other contracts. Now, yes, these are huge contracts. I do understand that. We're getting a lot of money, but you see it takes a lot of money to do anything other than your base cost, stuff like the greenhouses and stuff like that. So we can take a look at that real quick. So we got one greenhouse, does 3 pallets, so roughly 4 pallets a day. 4 pallets times 2,000, $8,000 a day. Well, it'll be a big influx, you know, when we buy stuff all together. Oops. It's this one. Okay, so we could do, like I said, we could do another greenhouse. It's 36,000, which is not a very big hit by any means. What do mushrooms go for? Let's take a look at the mushroom market. Am I missing it? I am missing it somewhere. I know it's not listed as mushrooms. Oh, here we go. Here's one. So 1,400 is high, 1,100 is low. What's the other mushroom? I know there's 2. Oyster. Ooh. What is it, 3,000? Okay, so if I was to do one of those, all it takes is water again, and it's the same price. I'll bet you dollars to donuts, though, it's going to be quite a bit less on what it produces. So if we turn this around, I'll bet you the pallet unload will be on that side then, which I don't like. Okay, so let's start it this way. I want to see what this will do. Okay, so if we put it here, what object is it overlapping with? Is it the water? Oh, it needs a path on both sides? Okay. That does leave us enough room. Okay, let's see what this does. So where's the unload is on that side. Okay, so this actually will work out perfectly for us. Yes, I do want to sell. So I'm going to whip it around. Perfect. Because then the water's on the correct side. And we'll put it so the pallets get unloaded right on that road as well, same as before. We can sneak the truck in there, or the trailer in there. Alright, that's pretty close to what I wanted it to do. It's off a little bit. Man, I'm glad I'm not losing a ton of money doing this. Okay, a little bit, right there. Right, yeah. There, good. Close enough. Perfect. Alright, so let's set this up. And I'll bet you he's about full. Let me go check on this. Well, I don't see any beacons. So that means he ain't at 80. Oh, yep, they're on. Speak of the devil. Perfect timing. And also, I have no idea what sorghum is. Obviously, it's some kind of a grain crop. And I think it's... I don't know what it's used as a base for, though. Like, I know what wheat is. I know what barley is. I have no idea what sorghum is. But it's going to be making us some money. So it's good enough for me. I'll also should get a little bit of extra like I did with the wheat on the end of this one. Well, this might fill us. I think this is actually going to fill up the trailer because his hopper's not lowering as much as I thought it would. Which is, that's great. I'll take a full one. We'll go empty this real fast because this is going to take a long time to go back and forth because of how far away we are from the elevator. But I think it's the same offload point, right? Yes. No. It's a little different. It's in the same spot. It's just it's not the grain elevator. It's the one to the south. It's I think it's a farmer's market. All right, so this truck and trailer with this trailer can do almost 60,000 liters, which is good. And she's using a lot of fuel. That is one thing I forgot. I do need to get a diesel fuel barrel because on this map I have not found a gas station. So I think the only way for me to refuel is to purchase it myself. Now, I haven't looked around, but it's probably a pretty decent bet that there is not one. Yeah, see, with the old setup on the truck tractor, with the 4x2 wheels, that would not have worked out as smoothly as it just did. Okay, we're going to take this all the way down to the edge, since that's where we're pretty much going anyway, and there's a little farm road at the very edge of the map. That'll take us over to the wherever it is we're dropping this stuff off. We can turn here, but that road's really bumpy. We can just keep going straight down. And then we will work on... Oh, nope, this road ends. I thought this kept going. Oops, sorry, farm. Okay, so it goes up on... I know there's a little rise right here. Yes. There we go. Other than the jump, it grabbed really well. So this, yeah, this definitely helped out a lot with the trailer. You know, I might just take this road back and forth the whole way because it goes along the edge of the whole map. And that field goes to the edge of the map. Right? 14 does, yeah. If I take it all the way straight across and straight up, it'll add a little time, but... I mean, what else am I doing? Fertilizing contract is almost done. The cultivating contract is taking longer than I thought it would, and I'm not sure why. Yeah, it's farmer's market. That's where this is getting delivered. I'll bet he is getting stuck on something. I will check on that in a little bit here. But let's get rid of this grain first. This does take a while. Okay, so the wood sawmill is down here too. So instead of building my own, maybe dropping it. Or purchasing this and bringing the wood down here might be better. I'm not sure. Alright, so we got to do 5 full trips for that harvesting contract. You know what? Let's test this. Because I'm curious. Because the fertilizing contract just finished. Will you be able to do this correctly? If I tell you to go here, will you be able to do it? Okay, he's moving. Let's see what happens. Alright. So let's keep moving along on these contracts because I want to get them going. I want to get as much money as possible, as fast as possible. 92,000. God, I want to go see if the on this one. Now I'm curious if the straw swaths are still there. So if we're just going to be fertilizing cut down straw. Because I mean the field's right here. So there's our farm. Which means this fertilizing contract should be right here. Now I'm curious. See, he's just standing there. What? Or is he moving? Well, it looks like he's moving. Maybe it's just slow. It's a big field. I don't know. Okay, so it removed the straw. Alright, whatever. This is going to take you a minute, though. This is going to take you a long minute. So he's 70%. Full cultivating is a quarter of the way done. Harvesting is a quarter of the way done. Truck's still on its way, which is perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and let's fill up the... Get you going. Okay. Let's go fill you. Am I close enough to fill this? No. What if I turn it around? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So we might just have to go back and forth. It's not a big deal. Did I leave enough room? Yes. Perfect. Alright. So, fill and dump at the same time. Alright, so let's get this thing going. No spare capacity. So it's full? Where's the door? I've got to go check. Okay. So it should be full, right? Oh, it only takes 7,000 liters. It's not 40,000. Okay. So these are worth more, but I bet you they take longer. What's the cycles? Cycles are pretty close. I'm going to go with oysters. We're going to do these. Okay. So we got that rolling. And now there goes the water. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Alright, let's close it up. So we just have to keep a closer eye on the water on this one. I do have to fix this too. That tractor's pretty damaged. Okay, so we got over here just in time to see this guy's all full up. Okay, And then the only thing that we're gonna do is pretty much everything you're seeing right now. So I'm going to put in a little bit of a cut here while we do all of the harvesting. Alright, so I will talk to you guys after these contracts are completed. And we're back. I finished the harvesting and all of the contracts. I did start 2 more because they were just sitting there, and might as well have the tractors doing something instead of just sitting there doing nothing. So we did get looks like 16,000 liters of sorghum from that last contract. I brought everything back, and you will notice over there on our finances, we have $610,000. Now, I did make a mistake a little bit. I was going to hold those contracts until I started up the recording again, just so you guys could see it, but I forgot. So, these are the 2 we got going. I got another big cultivating one, and then this fertilizer one came up, and I wanted to grab it. So it's the same field. We're fertilizing it again, even though we just we just harvested it. So I don't know what the deal is. But if they're going to pay me to do it, I'll do it. Another thing I did purchase, because I was as I was going back and forth, picking up grain, taking tractors back and forth, I did pick up a few deadwood contracts. So I picked up a chainsaw. So you'll see in my finances that there's $1,000 missing because I bought that. So we got, we're still pretty full up here. We're still pretty full up here. And we've got all of our stuff going on. So next thing I want to do, I'm going to do 2 things. First thing we're going to do is we're going to buy a diesel tank, because we need one. And I think we're going to get, we don't need anything crazy. In fact, we don't even really need that big a one. Financially, well, this one seems a little bit better. So we're going to grab this one. We're going to keep it down probably right here. Hereabouts. That way everybody can reach it, and it's just kind of out of the way. So we're going to put one there. Okay, the other thing that I want to buy is a sprayer. I know it's not necessary. It's not a big deal. But I do like the stuff to look good. So we're going to buy this sprayer. We're going to run it around. And we're going to clean up our stuff. Alright. So everything is rolling. You can see the fertilizer truck or tractor in the distance there. Another thing I wanted to do, since we have a little bit of extra money, is I want to upgrade this truck. Now, I know I upgraded it before. I gave it the bigger wheelbase, more tires, more wheels, but it's still struggling, so I want to upgrade the engine. I want to see if that does help or not. So we're going to jump in here real quick. This is going to be a pretty big purchase. It's going to be another $25,000. And give it a quick little repair job while we're here. Okay, so to upgrade it to 700 horse is $25,000. So I think that's what I want to do. I don't want to go up another $25,000. It doesn't seem to be worth it to me. So we're going to see if this helps. Hopefully it does, because this is a lot of money I'm throwing into this truck. And then we're not going to obviously test it right this second because we don't have anything to haul. There was one thing I did want to go pick up. Oh, and I don't know why I just left then. So in the used market, I noticed there is a pallet trailer or a lowboy trailer. So that will help us moving equipment from place to place and moving pallets. and it was on sale. So I do want to go pick that up. Let's see if I can remember where it was. Should be right around here somewhere. Those are all pallets. Here we go. Steel drop. Okay. So it's about half price. This extension, all the extension does is add that front, which is kind of useless to me. And it's half off. So we're going to buy that. That way we have some way of getting stuff back and forth. And since we're right here, I'm probably just going to take it in and repair it. Since it's half off, usually that means it's damaged to some degree. So we're going to go see if we can swing it in there real quick, because it is a very long trailer. And getting this to work out just right is difficult sometimes. Alright, let's go take a look real quick here. It's not bad. It's just a small repair bill, so. Alright, we're going to take this back over to the shop. Or the farmyard real quick. And move on to the next thing. Avoid this tree. Okay, now you can start to see we got a lot of equipment here. I'm probably just going to leave this trailer in this triple bay, because it's about perfect length for it. Okay, and we'll drop you. And then we're not even going to hook up to the trailer because it would be kind of useless right now. Okay. So we'll just leave it here though, because it's kind of in the same general area. Alright. So once these contracts are done, most likely what's going to happen, I'm going to advance to the next day yet again. And that should get us in quite a few mushrooms, quite a few pallets more of lettuce, and stuff like that. So for now, we're just going to move our new sprayer here, and we're going to spray down some of our equipment. This John Deere harvester has been through quite a bit. It's done 2 massive fields, so it's looking pretty worse for the wear. We're just going to get them nice and clean it up just a little bit. And I'm sure I'm not even going to be able to make it to the other side. Yeah. So let's see, how does that look? Does that cover both? It does. Alright, looks brand new. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to go grab this, and we're going to go also get our truck. Because that too has gone through the ringer. We'll do our truck and trailer here real quick. The wheels. Move on to our truck tractor. Okay, very good. Okay. And then that should be good for now. I'm going to go move it, otherwise I'll forget about it and run it over. Oop. I'll go put it back to where we got it from, and then we'll keep on with the next thing. Okay, so one of the things we did talk about before is purchasing our own land. Well, let me go put gas in this. I'll do the full amount of fuel. Perfect. Okay, so if we look at our fields, I don't want to obviously spend the whole thing that we have, because we could get one of these good-sized fields like this one. Yeah, we could go buy this. What's in it? Nothing. All right, I know we talked about this field over here before that's got the corn in it. The corn, it will have some yield, but not very much. This one's got nothing growing in it because it's withered. And then I think this was, oh, that was spinach. You know what? Let's just look at what is actually growing. Okay, so we can't afford that anyway, but these big fields we're not going to be able to afford. Can't harvest that. 3, I think, is corn. Oh, we just harvested that. Or we didn't. Somebody did. So 12 is about it. Because this is carrots. I'm definitely not dealing with carrots. And then number 9 was spinach. Yes, spinach. So realistically, if we wanted to get any kind of an extra little bonus out of things, we would have to purchase field number 12. Now, field number 12 is going to cost us almost $400,000. We definitely are not going to make that back on 1 or even 2 harvests, but we will be able to gather more stuff, like start building up a stockpile of bales and stuff like that. I wish there was some smaller fields on here that I could plant to grass. Like, even 10 is huge, 12 acres. Like, if I had something like the size of this. Actually, that might not be a horrible idea. 2 acres, you wouldn't get much grass, but you can regrow grass every 2 months. So that's still 12 acres of grass a year, realistically. That should be more than enough, I would think, to make silage bales. That's not a bad idea, actually. We'll probably end up doing that. How much is that? Yeah, that's hardly any money. And I'm thinking I really kind of want to pull the trigger on field 12, but then also I don't. But I do want to pull the trigger on this one. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to buy field number 20. And then we just need some way of harvesting grass. So let's take a look at our first sales. I don't remember seeing any grass, lawnmowers or anything like that. Well, there's a front. These are the cheaper ones, the Kuhn. And then there's I believe the Pottingers are the other ones. I could be wrong on that. The front is the cheap one, though. If we had the double rears that you put on a tractor on sale, that would probably sway me. Let's keep looking. I do like having the ones that are directly attached to the tractor itself, not the pull behinds. I'm just not really a fan of the pull behinds. Here we go. So here is the back, and this is almost half price. That's a good one. So we could mix and match and do that front and that rear. But I don't think that their lines would line up then. We might miss a little bit. So we'll just go through. We're almost done anyway. We'll just finish through, see if there's any more. Oh, that's a good baler. No, nothing. Okay. So what I might do, because the front one is the one sitting on the front of the tractor is the cheaper one, so I might buy this one and then I might buy the matching front, just to make sure that the that it matches and we don't miss anything. Okay, it's not bad. We'll purchase, yes, and then we'll go to grass care, mowers. All right. So yeah, you see this is a $70,000 piece all by itself. The front is not bad. That's a pull behind, but it's still only 7 meters, whereas this one's 9, and the front one covers the middle. So we are going to buy this one as new. Okay. Now, okay, so it needs 220 horse. So, is this little Japanese tractor enough? I don't remember. So what we're going to do, we're going to start it up. I'm going to get rid of the water real quick. Okay. And detach this trailer. We're going to go see if this thing can handle lawn mowing. I'm not sure. I'm about 100% sure that this little tractor does not have 220 horse, but if it's a small little field like this, it might still manage. Does this even have a front attach? I don't remember if it does. This might not work at all. No, it sure doesn't have a 3-point, so this is kind of pointless anyway. We won't be able to do this. So we'll have to use either the John Deere. I can use the Valtra too, but nah. I don't know if I want to be using that. I might have to just buy... I don't want to buy a tractor just for that, though. That just seems like such a waste. To have a tractor that is specifically for one thing. Well, I say that as I'm currently driving one that is specifically for one thing right now. Okay, so let's go back and let's see if there is a tractor that's right around 200 horse for cheap. Yeah, that's way too expensive. He's way too small. 6R is way more than enough. That's 140. I'm wanting to stay like 50,000. I know that's pie in the sky, but man, even like 70 would be. Ooh, Massey. It's right there. It's right there. I'd have to upgrade the motor. And I've been looking at that Massey for a long time now. What about the Fendt? Yeah, it's not enough. It's already got the 3-point on the front. We can get rid of some of these prices. So if I bump it up to, oh boy, so that brings it to 90. I mean, I think I kind of have to. I can use it for more things too. I mean, now I'm just getting way too many tractors is the problem. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to use the John Deere when it's done. Because it's out here doing its fertilizing thing and it's almost done. And then we've got our Valtra doing the cultivating. He's doing a great job. He's just doing his back and forth. This little John Deere. You know, no. Don't even think about it. I wish I could have pulled that little water trailer with that. Okay, so we've continued on. We're doing all this stuff. Next episode, we will most likely just advance to the next month. When I finish these contracts, I think that's what we're going to do. I mean, it's only noon. but there's not much more I can do. I can load those pallets up onto our lowboy trailer. That takes me just a couple of minutes. That's not even a big deal. And then I think that's what we'll end up doing. Just let me know in the comments. What about purchasing that field, you think? I'm thinking it's probably going to be a yes. But we're just not going to get much yield out of it this year. So, all right. That's pretty much it for this episode. Appreciate you guys watching, and keep your rubber side down. Have a good day.